Hey, what up, everybody? We are back. And the straw cup, like, gets a lot of air in it, which is not good for having with a straw. Maybe I just don't want the straw. Do I want the straw? I drink like that now. I want the straw. Yo, hey Zelly, what up? Dude, can I just say, I really hope we get to have the choice to let Laddie not have to save the village. Seeing her diary entry and seeing how grief did her, and the whole town, but like, your own dad doing that to you, just abandoning you and locking you in a freaking cave as a child, to where you cry so much you can no longer speak. For some unknown reason that's not your fault. Nah. Now, you know what would be really jacked? Because of how these games are, I can kind of see it. It would be really jacked because if we remember, what up, Archaic? How's it going, man? If we remember the diary entry and remember the cards, everybody had a smile on their face except for Laddie's mom. Except for Laddie's mom. And I am curious why she had like the furrowed brow looking kind of angry. Kind of like how Laddie does now. It would be so jacked up if, when we eventually find out what happened to her mom, if she put the blame on us and actually like hated us the whole time, hated Laddie, and that's what spurred the hate. That would be jacked. I could see them doing that, and it would make me very, very, very upset. I hope the mom was the one person who like actually cared and was worried for Laddie. Maybe sacrificing. Maybe that's what it was. Because remember, when Laddie was a kid, she was like, see, I'll become a maiden and we can live forever. And Grief was like, yeah, that was fine. And she was like, my mom would never say anything. Maybe the mom kind of like sacrificed herself to either destroy the village because she was tired of the cycle, or sacrifice herself because she didn't want Laddie to have to, and she hoped that by her doing her own sacrifice, she would be able to spare Laddie from having to be a maiden. And everyone in town just kind of took that out on Laddie because they're stupid. There's a lot of Jack theories there. But let's just hop into the game. I want to try to get 2 events. I'm just going to try like 2 or 3 times. Excuse me, because I want to see if we can get the other fishing event to see what happens on Laddie's second fishing attempt after having the successful one when we pull really hard. Or when we wait a bit, because at first we did pull now, so I want to see what happens if we wait a bit. Hey! First try. Why couldn't you do that last night, game? But you know what? That's okay. This is exactly what I was trying to grab, and we got it. So I'll accept it. This luck makes me want to go to try to find that shop, but I'm not going to. Alright, we will let her have another go. Let's fish with her. So this time, we will tell Laddie, not yet. The end of the rod whips toward the water. This is it, the big one. You turn to assist Laddie just in time to watch the rod fly out of her startled hands. Alas.
She looks ready to cry, perhaps in frustration at how easily shock got the best of her. Aw, just a bit of bad luck. Nothing to be ashamed of, you offer, trying to console her.
Okay. So there is no third story for her, we have now confirmed. If you fish with her, never choose not yet, you will always fail. You choose pull on it now, and you get something. Can I trigger a third one? Will it always be an Inspire Elixir? Because we did that before with Laddie. The first time we did pull it now, and we got some item or something. And then the second time we said no, not yet, and it got away. Like she lost the rod. And then the third time we said... the third time we said now, and then she caught the fish. And then we got this new dialogue. So, first time we said pull now, we got the Inspire Elixir. This time we said not yet, and she lost the rod. So, the third time, will she also catch it? Like, will she keep being in shock? Just gonna try to do this a few. Get another event. Just. I'm gonna let this one float away because I don't want a monster fight. It's fine. I'm just trying to speed run farming events. Speed farm.
Ah, the great.
Okay, monster. If you hit it with the sword, I think you just weaken it. So I'm just gonna dodge it. It seems like more events trigger in this area than in other areas in the water too. I have to remember we need a smooth, shiny, beautiful rock or whatever for that dude in the ship down there.
I don't know what it is, but there's...
You know what I should have tried? I should have remembered where I clicked and then reloaded and clicked in that same spot to see if it would trigger the same event in that moment based off the save. Because like it was queued up, like if it was queued up or something. Probably wasn't, it's probably just random. Just rolls of all kinds. My neighbors are so loud. Like, they waited to party until like 9. And now it's like loud with music and it sounds like a TV is going really loud and they've got their patio door open and it's just noisy. Like, okay. And maybe they're hyping themselves up to stay awake all night for Black Friday shopping or something. Is that still a thing, or does everyone just do it online now? I don't know. COVID kind of changed the game for everything. Okay, okay. What do? We will fish with her. I kind of want to tell her to wait again just in case. Because she's mad. She got sad about the shock last time. There's definitely something alive on the end. It moves like no fish you've ever seen. Okay, so that's still gonna be an item. I'm gonna pull not yet again.
The water before you roils and bubbles. There's definitely something alive on the end of the line. Laddie waits patiently for her prey to tire before pulling back on the rod.
Interesting. So this is different. So you can get something different each time. Okay. I feel like I just have to keep farming fish events until we get through them all.
What should erupt from the water but a monster? And one none too pleased to have a hook embedded in its flesh.
Okay. But it still seemed like the other one was an item because it said it moves like no creature you've ever felt or whatever.
Sometimes you hook a monster. It's an occupational hazard, you say, taking note of Laddie's thoroughly vexed expression. It will be a good long while before she even so much as looks at another fishing rod.
Okay. So that's the two. So I guess you just can't catch a big monster. It'll either fail because she'll be surprised, or she'll be angry and just be upset about it. I gotta check it one more time, I feel like. I'm like a fish. I don't care. Definitely much more events in this area. Which is good. There it is! I thought you weren't gonna fish for a good long time, laddie. I'm glad that didn't last too long. Alright, what do we got? This is it. Okay, so that's the one from before. Okay, so there's still... Okay, so it's always just going to be an item here. Because it says if there's anything on the hook, it moves like no fish you've ever... Then whatever, which means it's an item. This one that says no, not yet, with the end of the rod whipping toward the water, yada yada yada. Yeah. Excuse me. This one will always fail. Okay. So if you play this game, anyone, chat, YouTube, whatever, just never ever pick not yet. Just always pick the option on the left. And either it'll be a fish, or it'll be an item. Okay. Curiosity has been satiated. Let's go save. I do want to go to the Northern Isle just for a couple of minutes to see if the shop shows up, the armor in the wild. Oh yeah, we need to find an ore for that guy too. This story gap is still weird. Like, we still have the Maiden relic, so I don't know how they have... I don't know how they're allowing us in town when we were people they were chasing. And how they're not hunting us down because we have their Maiden relic. Like, what is their Maiden, their manufactured Maiden and attendant using? Let's see if we can We'll check a couple of events. I'm not going to spend forever long here, because I've spent too many hours here. I just want to see if it shows up. Run from all this. An event anytime soon would be. I think events show up more on the other side, so let's go to the other side. And this could just all be just random chance, but it definitely feels like events spawn more in some areas than others. Let's go over here. It is her. I'm just going to assume there's no merchant or the armorer. We have a lot of items. I need to try to sell some. We're at 43 of 50. Maybe we try to find that sell at a premium lady person. Okay, let's think about rings for a second. So I did get a Ring of Compassion 2 that heals 5 HP per turn. I also got the ring that gives more crit. We have the gem ring. Excuse me. The gem ring will always need to be on, unless there's a really difficult boss fight. I mean, we definitely have good gem generation, so I don't necessarily need to have it, but it's pretty nice to have it. It helps me cycle things better. Still don't think I want to buy any of this though. Okay, so we'll leave. And then we'll look at events until... Oops. We get the lady to buy stuff. And if she shows up before I have a chance to see if there's an armorer, so be it. Because, I mean, we still can't buy a weapon for Laddie. So the only reason why armorer is important is for Grom. And I'm assuming we can probably find a super mega weapon for him later somewhere. He's already got the legendary chest piece on. Laddie does not have a legendary chest piece, but that's okay. Oh yeah, I need to read cards for people. Yo, Rim. What up, man? How's it going, dude? Oh, working nights now? Oh, man. Dude, I respect your ability to flip your schedule so often for work. Not many people can do that as many times as you have. You're on night 7 of 7? Oh, so it's about to flip again. 5 days next week. Gotcha. And then after those 5 days, do you have to flip back to day shift again? New shipment of cocaine on Sunday. Hey, you gotta fuel it somehow. It'll be nights but 2 weeks off. Oh, nice. Awesome. That's good. Gonna do anything crazy in those 2 weeks? Home for a bit. Nice. Find a new dealer. Yeah, hey, you know, if you're gonna be paying for it, you need to get it when you want it. So, I feel you. Right now in this recession, I'm sure there's plenty of people willing to jump in that spot. I throw a stone? No. Need the merchant. Out of here, old man. I don't want the luck. I don't want the fruit. I don't want a bizarre rock. I want the lady to sell items to or an armorer. Stop playing games with me, game. Oh my gosh, the fruit again. See, this is why this area sucks. There's too many events in the Northern Isle, so it makes finding the shops hard. Okay. Oh, it's this guy. Not the right one. You're not who I was looking for, buddy. I don't even really need any of those items right now. This dude has to exist. He doesn't have to, but he's got to, right? There's just no point, though, I guess. There just doesn't really seem to be a point, too. Lack can't even use gear. The other people who you get, you can't give them gear. They just use what they have and you can't change it. I'm not gonna find a better chess piece for him. I'm basically just looking for a weapon for him and a chess piece for Laddie. Is that even worth? Probably not. I'm not gonna fight these things because they have too much defense. Wait, no. Yeah, no. If Force Impact was ready from the jump, I'd use it and kill it, but it just has too much defense. It's gonna take too long. We found who we were looking for. One of the two. So I'm just gonna be convinced that there's no armor. We will sell our stuff to her and then continue the story. Well, I'll read those other cards I collected. Then I'll continue the story. Needed a cough drop though. My throat's been acting up. Frickin' wholesale. Always wholesale. This lady, dude. She's got some loaded dice, I'm telling you. Sell that. Sell this. Loaded dice. I'm gonna sell these quality salves. I have a lot of Supreme ones. I have a lot of Supreme ones, holy moly. This Omni Salve can go. Look in this one. And let's see how much I'm going to be annoyed by some other revelation about Laddie's past and grief. That's just gonna infuriate me because he's a jerk. I'll go ahead and keep the large Sooth stones for now. I feel like in this game more so than Beast of Burden, I might actually use these. Just because all the skills just require so much gems. If I want to use them right from the jump, I'm going to have to use them on the big boss, so I should probably just save them instead of selling them like last game. Yeah. You always close up shop after you don't give me a deal. Alright, let's save and then let's go to the Eastern Isle and see the next story. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at cards. Because... whose have I not read yet? Oh yeah. We haven't seen Greeth's. We haven't unlocked the moms yet. She just looks angry. Look at her face. It looks like Laddie's face. They both just look so mad. Maybe she also got like the same treatment Laddie did, and she knew what was coming and knew Laddie was going to be outcast and stuff, and so she just hated the folks in the town. That's why she always looked angry. So Mega Village, man, they can all just die. Okay. The Ivory Maiden, who resides in the Alabaster City, a splendid woman. She keeps the peace in the city, but the people take this for granted and do not appreciate her for it. Well, that's sad. Dude, that's just so brutal. She was accustomed to the cold of the underground, of the cages and desks. When she was bathed in the blood of her one and only friend, it was the first time she came to know passion in her mind and body. Terrible. Tragic. Prim, the woman who works hard to fulfill her maiden's orders, but fails often. She often thinks gloomily upon whether her punishment today will be a punch in the gut or a bone-crushing noogie. Yeah, Lanka was a terrible friend to her. People have ignored her and called her a failure since the day she was born. Pain the maiden gives her is proof that she lives, and proof she has a friend. Dude, that's so tragic, dude. I feel bad for Krim more than I do for Lanka. Like, I feel bad for Lanka because she's basically, you know, a clone born from a clone farm. They all have different personalities, so she can't really help that she's a jerk. They all are different in a specific way. Same with Krim. Apparently she's Krim. There's a attendant Krim farm as well that we never go see. But she just got like the bad end of the stick. Not only being born more timid and clumsy, as a part of her cloning, but then also having to be attached to a maiden who was just like naturally violent and a jerk, and everyone hates her. Like, her story is just so sad. It's almost as sad as Laddie's. Like, I would say Laddie and Krim have the saddest stories in the game at this point. Oh yeah. Okay, so that makes more sense here with the because this one it says, I once had a friend who I adored. We'd been inseparable since the day we were born. Everything we did together. I read this before we found out it was a clone farm. So this makes sense. That's why they were inseparable since the day they were born. They probably grew up in the same cages next to each other. We shared the same favorite colors, flowers, foods, and people. All things the same, our thoughts, voices, even faces, because there were like a trillion of them. Crazy. We read all these. Looked at those. I think there might have been some new monsters. We didn't unlock any monster ones yesterday. I saw that one. Saw the... Did we see this one? No. There once was a pirate who loved nothing more than raiding ships and collecting loot. Try as he might, though, he can never quiet the voice ringing. This isn't who you are. The tri-cornered hat, the hook, always felt too much for a man who thought himself meek. But even he must admit he is intoxicated by how well they suit his new look. Okay. Whatever. That one's kind of meh. Saw these. Did we get this one? No. Get this one? Okay, we got this one. Poltergeist, an unfortunate roaming spirit co-opted by evil forces. These creatures descend upon humans in the hopes of dragging them back to the dilapidated homes that are their lairs. Mommy, Daddy, come home. We're so hungry, and you have to be at the table to feed us. Do you look like Mommy and Daddy? I can't remember, but you'll do. Just come home. We're starving. That's sad. Okay. Gargoyle. Whoosh. Water spills from the mouth of these overwrought rain gutters as they peer down over their domain from atop the church. Drip, drip, drip. That's no gutter. It's a beast. Saliva drips from its expectant lips, which will no doubt be stained red with blood by morning. Wow. Okay, there you go. So those are the only ones we unlocked after the story yesterday. So let's go. Whoa, who's this? What is this about? Why can't I go there? Oh. She's out of the forest. Well, I'm glad I came back here. What's happening?
You come across a masked youth, fallen in the depths of the forest. Sunlight filters through the trees and partially illuminates her form. Though she has breathed her last, there is a certain peace in her unmoving face.
Wow.
You and your allies dig a modest grave for her, and then leave the place.
She's the clone we chased through the forest, and she got away and was like, leave me be. I just want to get away. So she dies in the forest anyway? Can no one have any peace in this game? Do they have to kill everyone? Jeez, man. That was unnecessary. Like, I guess if you, like, it's just, why? 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 Y'all could have let her live. We never went to chase her anyway. We just come to the conclusion she just runs off and just lives in the forest with animals and stuff. Y'all could have let her have that, right? It's a hard enough existence growing up in a freaking cloning farm. You didn't have to kill her off screen just for us to randomly find later. That brings me nothing. That doesn't bring me closure on anything. That doesn't help me at all. That's just rude. That's so messed up. So messed up. Alright, let's go to the eastern area. The thinner part first. Then we'll go to the bigger part. We'll dock at the east aisle. Yeah, this place is kind of large. Let's see what kind of monsters we got. It's kind of a wasteland around here. Okay, thick forest.
Fight him off.
Fight him off. No, I don't think I will. I don't want to fight these things. I'm gonna fight something a little new. A bizarre rock here. I'm not going for card completion because I don't want to fight things with 50 defense. Not when we only have like 20 something attack. And even with doubling the fire attack on Grump for his flame charge, that still only does 1 damage.
You've found a shipwreck. As you climb on deck, you spy someone else who evidently found it before you.
He almost looks like a old us.
He stands anguished in front of a door he claims leads to the treasure hold. He tells you that he can't locate the lever responsible for opening it. If only I had some sort of stick or something that fit perfectly into the slot where the lever was, I could get in.
We have that. So I guess going to the Northern Isle is necessary, because if we didn't go to the Northern Isle, we wouldn't have gotten the sea grapes to give to the person who was fishing to get the little stick thing that he just gave us to give to this guy. Also, it looks like he's carrying one of those monster capture pouches from Beast of Burden.
The man is searching around for something he can use to replace the lever that operates the door. You recall the bent stick you received from the fisherman and draw it out of your pack. The moment the man sees it, he rushes over to you and says breathlessly, "Give me that."
Sure, whatever, man.
Taking it into his hands, the man quickly inserts it into the slot and pulls it like a lever. As he does, there is the sound of a click inside the door, as though something has come unlocked. The door to the treasure hold is open. His high spirits evident in his tone, the man speaks with wonderment. "Look, countless treasures of such great historical value." You look over the treasures and can't help but feel it's all just a load of junk. Regardless, you keep your opinions to yourself. The man offers you something as thanks for giving him the bent stick.
Oh look, it's the shiny stone we need to give to the other guy. Cool.
The man explains that he procured this spherical stone from another shipwreck. It has little or no historical value, so he's giving it to you.
Thanks.
You're pretty sure you don't have any use for some random stone either, but you nonetheless place it into your pack and continue on your journey.
Everyone in this game is crazy. Did the guy sink with the ship or what? Alright. I need to hold my mouse differently. My wrist is just cracking so much. Or I'm working too much. Probably that.
The man is carefully scrutinizing his underwater stone finds. Apparently, he has yet to locate the perfect, shiny, beautiful stone. You remember the shiny stone that someone you met previously gave you and draw it from your pack. When you show it to the man, he lets out a stunned yawp, excitement flooding his features. The man casts a covetous gaze at the stone in your hand. Such wondrous luster, such perfect globularity, truly a rare beauty.
Sure, I will give it the stone.
Well, if you want it that badly, here you go, you say, as you hand the shiny stone over to the man. Taking the stone, the man gazes at it with rapt attention, and then rubs it against his cheek as if testing its texture.
Which cheek?
Once he has sufficiently enjoyed his new acquisition, he turns to you and holds something out.
Silvery ore. That's the ore we need to give to the guy in Northern Isle. Nice. Sparkling hunk of silvery ore. Beautiful but of unknown utility. Right.
The man apparently scooped this ore up from the ocean depth some time ago. This is yours. It's not round, so it's no good to me. People's hobbies are as diverse as people themselves, you think to yourself, as you place the silvery ore into your pack and continue on your journey.
Alright, side quest complete. We're just completing all the side quests now. There might be one more in Eastern Isle, but as far as I know, bringing this guy the ore is the last one that I've run into at this point. Yep, I have found a rare ore.
You recall the silvery ore in your pack, which has insistently asserted its heavy presence ever since finding its way inside, and take it out to show the proprietor. The smith lets loose a shout of astonishment. Why, that's a piece of rhinestone. It's vanishingly rare. The ore is evidently as valuable as it is a burden on your back.
Yep. Here you go.
Thinking that you'd like to give the ore to someone who knows its value, you hand it over to the blacksmith. After taking it from you, the artisan retreats into the workshop at the back of the store.
A few hours later. Ooh.
The owner returns from the workshop and places a splendid suit of armor on the counter. Thanks to you, I have created a true masterwork.
The Emperor's Glory. 12 defense, -3 speed though. Armor of a unifying emperor. But I think that's okay for Grump to be slow. He needs a lot of gems anyway.
It'd make a heck of a bit of marketing for my shop here if you were to wear this into battle, traveler, he continues. Lucky you, the magnificent armor is on the house.
Great. Obtained Emperor's Glory.
You accept it with your thanks and leave the shop.
Okay. Well, now we have 2 legendary armors. Laddie can't get a new weapon, so the only thing we're ever shopping for now is a new weapon for Grump, because no one else can have gear. let's put it on, I guess. Champion of the Sea. Put this on. 7 speed. Oh, disgusting. Laddie can wear Champion of the Sea. She gets so much speed. That's such an upgrade for her. Okay. Good. Greatly protects against dark. She's got 24 speed. Nothing in the game will probably outspeed her at this point. So much speed. But I could sacrifice a little speed here now. Her attack doesn't matter. She's a gem generator anyway. I could give her Ring of Life. Let her have 42 health, so she can just tank a little bit, generate a lot of gems, heal a lot. I don't really care too much about her attack. She's still fast. She'll probably get outsped by some things eventually, but she's still going to be pretty quick for the most part. And free heals, which is just value. At the start of each turn, and she goes first. So she's just going to heal from the jump anyway. I think that's a good call for her. Plus she only has 17 defense, so the more HP the better. And then for him, I guess I don't have to have the gemstone ring. It's nice to help fuel when it's his turn. However, I could also give him the dark stay ring, and he's got 25 attack, which means he'll have 50 attack with the flame rush before buffs. Or, I mean, his speed doesn't matter. I can also just go with the compassion ring, which I'm probably just going to do that. He'll still have 25 attack, and he's got a much higher chance of critting. So I think we're going to go with that. I think this is the build. He's just going to be slow and hard hitting. He's our Gladio now. We just lose the 1 gem, extra gem, which is kind of whack, but that's what it is. Let's go with this. I can always change it, but I like this for now. Hey, some good upgrades. Good upgrades indeed. Alright. Let's go. Side quests are done. Let's actually press story now. We've done all of the things. Is this boat gone? Yeah. Okay. There's nothing else around. The only things around are just the hard scars, but there's no side quests in there. So, yeah. Here we are. Start the tale in the Eastern Isle.
The East Isle, covered in dismal wetlands. Even the sea breeze blowing across the island seems suffused with melancholy.
I wonder if this is an isle where the town was destroyed. The Tale of the Onyx Maiden.
Upon docking, your party is greeted by sodden earth studded with decaying trees and greenery. You consult your navigation map for directions to the nearby village, then set out, taking extra care with your steps, lest unwary feet plunge into the mire.
Proceed to the east of the East Isle Pier in search of fin moss. Okay. What, man? Okay, you know what? Do you have anything else? I am tired of you bothering me. Let's just roll. Let's just do it. Whatever.
Take a die from the old man and give it a squeeze. It's do or die.
We have to roll a 2 or higher. Easy enough. Thanks.
Your wager with the old man pays off. He hands you your prize and says, "This is only the beginning," before taking his leave.
Wait, so there are more items? Okay. Well then, we're just gonna go to the other islands then. If he's got more items, then I should just keep doing this real fast. Back here we are again, looking for an old man. I should have just done it earlier. So we've only seen him in the Eastern Isle, this Northern Isle, and then that one side spot on the Southern Isle. I imagine he's on the Western Isle somewhere. He's probably on each isle. We did not see him on Omega Isle, though. But more side quests. Let's just knock this out. I had a feeling he had more than just a protection ring, but I just was so involved in looking for other things and annoyed by him showing up so much. Just didn't care. Let's see if we can get him to show up here. Oh, that required 4. That was the highest roll I've needed so far. Maybe the rolls are higher because Gromp's speed is low. Now I'm gonna find all the things I don't care about. Yep. Not really interested in what you got there, buddy. I just need the old man. I wonder if the old man can be over here. I don't know. I know he can be here. So let's just go with where we know he can be. Watch now, he just doesn't show up here. I wonder if you have to like let some cutscenes play before you can trigger him showing up again. Maybe I should go check the other island, just because I'm sick of looking at Northern Island. And there's less events over there. So if an event does show up, it should just be the old man. But if I have to do this like 3 times, I don't want the 3rd time having to be trying to grind him here. It's my own fault I'm sick of being here. I was grinding for trying to find that shop for so long. To no avail. I wonder if all he has is rings. If all he has are rings, though, I kind of don't care. Unless he's got like a superbly nice ring. Like a legendary ring or something. Let's see. I'm just gonna look. Nine. Trying to make sure I don't. What's the name of the dude? That's not helpful. that one. We got life 2. We got compassion 2. Nothing shows up for the old man. So, not going to grind it. We run into him, but not going to grind it. But I did see something else at the arena, so I'm gonna go check for that. If we're actually out of here. There's supposed to be some other item you can pay 1 gold for. If you talk to the receptionist at the altar.
A gate stands tall before you, marred here and there by deep gouges and scratch marks. You reckon the monsters for the arena battles are kept within. The Maiden Shrine yet stands, though you think it looks rather forlorn. Clearly, it has been neglected in favor of the arena.
Okay, guess it's just in the arena then. But I don't know.
The receptionist calls out to you as you attempt to open the door. Apparently, you're not allowed in yet.
Okay. No, I don't want to rematch with you. No. If we can't go back there, it won't let us in. Okay, never mind. I only briefly saw that anyway, so if it's not a thing, whatever. Didn't think it was only just armor anyway, which we already have a bunch. Or we already have 2. Okay, let us get out of here. I don't know why I didn't just fast travel here instead of going to the main map. That was kind of silly. Alright. Here we go. Save. So I don't have to do any of that again. And then let's see what's up with this town. It really does just look like it's been destroyed. Shouldn't have looked. Let's test our fight. Oh, she's new. She looks cool though. Looks short. Wow, we get outsped by like everything. I'll take that though. In. Nice.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Only thing is, though, she can't kill anything. Oh, just kidding, she can. Okay, it's not bad. Only because we rolled a 10. Had we rolled something lower, this would not be as good. That's 70. Ooh. And the crit. Wow. Okay. That's, yeah, that was really nice. Okay. Let's put... He's like uber slow. Black could use levels, but I'm not about to grind them. So then I think here's where Wonder Stitch is a whole lot more important. Especially if he can land something like useful on them. Like paralysis. Whoosh. No crit, what? Oh yeah, she needs like 4 for that. It's tempting to give him a ring to make him a little faster, but the highest his speed can get is 11, which is going to be slower than everything anyway. So there's not really a point.
This must be a Stela of the Isle's guardian spirit.
I wonder if we're gonna have to fight all the guardian spirits later. I think that's part of the trial.
Back, I say.
Hey.
Away from here, beast. A villager waves his weapon about as he tussles with a monster. The man is clearly in danger. You decide to help him subdue the fiend.
Okay. Ooh. All right.
Hope you win.
I shouldn't lose. We can all land critical attacks. Not charged though. Cool, we can all land critical attacks. He's the only one who matters though. Let's Wonder Stitch 1 though. Okay. Nice. Nice. I like that. She'll do 25 to all enemies with her skill. And then he can come back and then power grand slice them all. So this is just going to be better this time around. 2 is not great.
Magnificent.
Magnificent. Hey, we get it again though. Heck yeah. There you go.
Magnificent.
That is the good stuff.
Fortune favors the bold.
I wondered if he'd be able to get that kill. Nice. I wonder if it was scripted for us to dodge everything. Or just really lucky. Thought that was going to be a level up for Lack as well. Guess not.
With the monster dispatched, the man approaches you and offers his thanks. He explains that recent months have seen more and more monsters attacking Fenmoss, so he has been patrolling the village daily. You inquire about Fenmoss's Maiden, and he informs you that she is friendly with the village mayor. You decide to hurry and meet with him.
Ask the mayor of Fenmoss about the Maiden. Yeah, soon. Black's on a roll with his rolls tonight. Nice. I had to compliment you, huh? Well, that sucks. Because he can't do anything now. She can't use. What a silly fight. Fight's not worth using a healing item on.
You did great.
Wicked Wetlands. It's a different little dragon thingy. Okay, cool. Seal is kind of what I wanted. Just to make sure he didn't seal us again. And it still did a lot. It'll let her do force impact. That's not hopeful.
Magnificent. You did great.
Backup is good. It's one of the few times he doesn't get 2 stat ups. At least it was in attack. Okay. Vent that. Big hit. Passion Ring, I don't really notice a difference in crit chance. They crit so much anyway. Maybe it's not worth wearing. Maybe I just change it out to give them more attack and speed anyway. I want it to be good, but it's just not doing anything. What do I want him to not have to deal with? Maybe I just give him some passive reduction. Get him the 11 speed. Give him the dark reduction. And it's not great. Better than nothing. Freeze stay. Gonna fight ice monsters here?
You turn toward the wetlands, only to find that the area is riddled with monster tracks. Perhaps it would be better to steer clear until you have good reason to enter.
Okay. Save. And go into the cave. Or the town.
You stand in the village of Fenmoss, a settlement forced into uneasy coexistence with the surrounding wetlands. An indescribable gloom creeps into the village from the swamp.
There's no house for the mayor. Interesting. Does not have a better weapon. Okay. Nothing to buy. Yo, freeware, what up? Happy post-gorge and get fat day. Right back at you. Alright, we got the blacksmith's flip side story now.
You enter the inn. The innkeeper looks at you with a blank expression. Rest wherever you want, whenever you want. It makes no difference, she says, the words almost dribbling from her lips.
Sad.
No point in making money if we're all gonna die anyhow, she continues, resigned to her supposed fate.
Interesting. Okay, did not unlock her flip side story though. I almost feel like I still want the gemstone ring though. That extra gem at the start just seems so helpful. But if I wear that, I lose to attack. Yeah, we got the item shop owner. How come we didn't get the innkeeper?
Oh, the things the maiden has done for me. Why, any time I had a problem, she was there. The woman proceeds to rattle off a list of times the maiden had come to her aid. She clearly trusts in the maiden with every fiber of her being.
Why is the town? Women in Black's flip side story. Why is the town like this trashed? Is it just location based then, maybe?
The maiden is the island's last hope, the old woman wails. Don't get your foot caught in the mire, the man warns. You glance down at his legs and see they're covered in mud from the knee down. Might be wise to listen to him.
Hey, you still got your leg though, so that's good. Man in Black's flip side story.
A man in black glasses looks out over the swamp, murmuring, "Dim, dim indeed."
Okay. Should have talked to the person up top first. How do you call out to him? Because of your glasses? Is that why it's dim, bruh?
At your question, the man sighs. I have nothing but troubles. This man, who radiates as much gloom as the wetlands around him, is the mayor of Fenmoss. He is also a researcher who has spent many years dedicated to the study of monsters.
What if he was related to Polka?
He explains that the monsters in the swamp have grown more and more active, causing great harm to the village. This development has left him utterly at a loss. According to the mayor, the Onyx Maiden has traveled northeast to the wicked wetlands to hunt the beasts. Hoping to borrow her maiden's relic, you decide to head that way as well.
Pay the wicked wetlands northeast of Finmoss a visit. What if the maiden summoned the monsters because she doesn't want to be maiden anymore?
To hear this man tell it, the island wasn't always covered in wetlands. The transition happened quite suddenly. He mentions that his bags are always packed, lest he need to flee a sudden mire.
Let's see. We have the suspicious man's flip side story. Why are you suspicious, buddy? Oh, look at those water graphics.
The wicked wetlands are a muddied, quaggy hive of monsters. Passing adventurers meet their fate either at the bottom of the murky marsh or upon a monster's jagged fangs. It's plain that there are a great many fiends lying in wait here. You try to focus in on your surroundings.
Eek!
But a scream rends through the pattering rain, not far from where you stand now.
And the source of the shriek that tore through the wicked wetlands. There was none of these kinds of well, no, I take that back. There were these kinds of graphics in Beast of Burden. It was in the snow blizzard area. I like this water graphic much better though. That looks really cool. This place is kind of large. It is a wetlands though, so it's only going to be one flat area, not a place with stairs and levels, layers. Okay, let's get in there. Okay, so it's kind of a straightforward path.
Worried that someone is being attacked by monsters, you rush to the source of the scream. You spot a man frantically trying to pull something from the marshy waters. Desperation tinges every syllable of his shouts. Hang on, I got you.
He looks kind of like Grief too.
Your eyes move to the man's hand, and you see that he's holding another person's. Someone has gotten stuck in the bog and is sinking into it.
Help the person sinking into the bog by pulling on the card. Yay, we did it.
Now freed, the woman splutters and spits out mud. I'm sorry this keeps happening, she says. Perhaps she is accustomed to getting stuck in bogs.
Well, that's not good.
The pair thanks you for your help and then offers their names. The woman is Queenie, the Onyx Maiden, who wishes dearly to save this island. The man is called Blight. Judging from his incessant fussing on... The man is called Blight. Judging from his incessant fussing and worrying over the maiden's unfortunate constitution, you can only assume he is the Onyx attendant.
I'm not sure why they do that in this game. Is it to make it feel more human? It does it a whole lot more in this game than Beast of Burden, where the game master, will misread the card and then start over.
They explain they seek a rare flower that blooms here.
It's Blight. Hyde, Gladio, Krim, and Blight. Hyde made sense because he had two personalities. Gladio was pretty straightforward. He was just like a, you know, big burly beast of a dude. Kind of ran the arena, super swole. Grim, I don't really know how her name fit her. Blight's name is kind of interesting. And Queenie.
Traveling through the monster-infested wetlands is terribly dangerous for only two people. You've come this far already, so you offer to accompany them.
Venture further into the wicked wetlands alongside the Onyx Maiden and attendant. Okay. Okay. What do y'all have for skills? They're level 20. Okay. We're at the right level we need to be at. They've got some pretty good attack. I mean, we sacrificed some of Laddie's attack for speed. Laddie might end up going first and everyone else get outsped. Their defense is kind of low though. So is their HP. And so it begins. Oh no. Blight's done something bad, hasn't he? Now let's see what skills we got going on here. Slash, deal 15 dark damage. Add value of roll to attack and deal dark damage. Add 5 to party's attack for 3 turns. That's pretty nice. I think that's better than Lax because, or not Lax, Gromps because his is single target. This one is everybody. So that's cool. Add value of 3 rolls to attack and deal dark damage and then inflict deadly poison. Ooh. Okay, that's good. Pumped up. Add 10 to your own attack for 2 turns. No cost. I want that. Deal 4 attack plus dark damage. Deal wind damage to all enemies. Deal 10 bolt damage. Attack plus 10 bolt damage. Attack plus 15 damage. Dark damage to all enemies. Man, he's actually pretty swole. Man, he's got better skills than what we've got. Okay. Save because cutscenes. Alright. What kind of curse have y'all put on this land? Glowing butterfly.
As you plod and splosh your way through the mushy ground, you come across a butterfly fluttering through the air. It exudes an alien glow. The Onyx Maiden claims that this type of butterfly likes to drink the nectar of the rare flower she seeks. As you discuss this, the butterfly flies off, scales fluttering to the ground in its wake.
Have to follow the butterfly.
You might be able to find your way to the flower if you follow the butterfly. Wow, what a beauteous butterfly.
I don't know that I want to do that.
Hope you win.
You shut up. Yeah, everyone gets outsped. That's not good. Okay, that's good, at least. Alright. One. Group party. 1. So all her stuff is single target. is wind damage to everyone. I could do this and then his. That's fine actually. That works out really well. Yeah, that's fine. Gem, buff, AoE, AoE. That's a nice little combo there.
Fight him off.
Feel me. Okay, so I do have a speed tie with the frogs at least. I'm faster than these things with 11 speed. Things are slower in this game than I thought. I thought sure everything would just outspeed them.
The butterfly hovers in the air, but there is no sign of the flower you seek.
My neighbors are still bumping their music. It is 1 a.m. You're gonna wake up everybody around here. Okay, so you're down
Now
that way.
it's fluttered
I'm gonna
off
go
again.
This way.
This was, it seems, no more than a stopover on its journey. And fight.
No. Dang it. Well, that didn't feel very nice. That looked cool.
Fortune favors the bold.
Oh, he's almost dead. Oh, what? She can't double heal because he's paralyzed. I see. That makes sense. Actually makes sense. Not mad at that at all. Ring of Evasion. I wonder how well it works. Okay. We're gonna Swords Grace here. I'm just gonna do this anyway. Oh good, he got a crit. That's extremely helpful. Crit. Crit, crit, crit. No, so close. But he outspeed everything. So it's either speed ties or they're just really slow.
You did great. And fight.
I don't understand how everywhere I move, I have the loudest neighbors in the universe. It's kind of weird. I've already been poisoned. Trying to think how hard that receptionist fight would be with these folks. I think it'd be a lot harder than with Lanka and Krim. Also, this area would have been not that much tougher had we come here first compared to Northern Ireland. So, I guess it's okay. No, not a seal. It's really bad. It almost makes it tempting to run away, but... Oh, he resists seal. Nice. The one person can cast spells, at least. That's helpful. Nice.
Magnificent.
That was magnificent. never use those things.
The butterfly takes a little detour through some withered grass as it continues to flit through the stagnant air. The flower doesn't seem to be here either. Back on the butterfly's trail.
That patch of ground looks different. I'm gonna try to not step on that. Yo, Nitro, what up? How's it going? Doing alright. Doing okay. I need to heal. Just plugging away at this game some more. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She'll gain 1. Could still heal. Oh, don't power charge. Grand slice. Didn't even kill him. What? How was that not a kill? On anything. For the heal I just did. Come on, man. I just healed them. And I gotta slow play this a little bit. The point was to end at more health. I need more gems. I might have to change that ring back out. Just in case he decides to hit everyone again. She hits everyone again. Okay, that's bad. And let's just generate our gems so we can get our heal. Probably gonna attack everybody next turn, which is gonna suck. But I need to get people topped off. Don't AoE us, please. Okay, that's fine. That only did 2 damage. That's nothing. That ain't a thing. Since I saved, let's save. So far, these Maiden in attendance seem normal. Okay.
fight.
Sound port. What I do with one extra gem here, though? With one extra gem, I could use Element of Darkness, but they would resist it all. Then he can't do anything except a basic attack. Doesn't help too much.
Magnificent.
It was a good crit. You didn't die. They were all slow, so that's good. I had one extra gem I could have healed. There. Oh well. Don't have enough heals in the party this go round. That is definitely a helpful thing that Lanka and Krim brought to the table. Their team heal. Skull Soldier's enemy story, the Imp's enemy story.
Fight him off.
Fight them off. It's frogs, though. Frogs are problematic. She doesn't have an AoE. So we might all get sealed again. Lucky dodge. Nice. That's really helpful. Save that for the final boss or something. This place is pretty linear, which is
Hope you win.
kind of nice. That's not good. He is getting destroyed. Fantastic. Okay. Need 5 for the heal. Let's just hope that this thing goes after Laddie or Grump. Okay. Laddie's got some good juke shoes today. Thank goodness.
Magnificent.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Didn't realize I was going to be a gym short. Oops. Such a big hit, man. It just goes first all the time, so I could be doing this all day. I just need to kill it. Wanted to go for the heal though. Let's go all the way around. I see. I wonder if that's why he said so it begins.
Trudging through the soppy earth, you decide to ask the Onyx Maiden about the situation on this island. For generations ongoing, the Maiden has failed in her ritual, and now the island is dying.
Okay, that's about what I guessed. Something with the Maiden not being able to save the island. But rather than hating their maidens, they still like their maidens. Once again proving Omega Isle to be a piece of garbage. These people are literally at death's door. And they're still like, our maiden is awesome. Freaking grief. In the city, folks.
Now its fate hinges upon the Onyx Maiden Queenie and her attendant Blight. You think on this for a moment when Laddie loses her footing and flails about, close to tumbling over.
How do you help? Of course we save the day ourselves. Lack's not going to be able to help.
You can't let Laddie get all covered in mud, so you dive into the muck to catch her. But she flings her arms out to either side, regaining her balance last minute. Now you're wet and muddy for no reason.
Wow. Of course.
As all this is happening, Queenie ends up falling too, despite Blight's best efforts to help her keep her footing. Mud cakes her face.
They're like the opposites of each
Maybe
other.
try not falling? Just a thought.
I mean, he said, try not falling, just a thought. It's kind of a jerk statement, seeing that it says, despite Blight's best efforts to help her keep her footing, she still fell. They did try not falling. Game Master, I need you to stop talking. Just read the cards, man. At this rate, maybe I should just narrate the the Isle of Dragon Roar myself. Got one gem at the start. 1, 2. Yeah, that'll be enough. Should've went for the big beast anyway.
Magnificent.
Okay, so that's what having an extra gem will help us with, huh? For this crew. Let's her get that attack out first. It's pretty good. Just jumping off with a 25 AoE right from the jump. He's slow anyway. Alright, I'm gonna put that ring on. Put the gem ring back on. And Dark Stay would... I should probably keep the Dark Stay ring, actually. Because everything here seems to do dark attacks. But yeah, cutscene. The only good thing is, though, is if for these enemies, if Laddie goes first and crits, then they die. I don't have to deal with their shenanigans. Which is helpful because Blight is just getting destroyed by these things. Keeping up with the heals is tough. Wish he had a fire AoE spell. Laddie is on fire today. Anthem's enemy story. No words to say this time.
Fight him off.
Got some gems. Gem jams. I feel like his chances of dying have to be low here. Oh. Oh, that's a punishment. We're trying to heal. Great. She does have a status heal, just not equipped. Alright, well, we gotta do this now. I just killed everyone. That spell's so good. Okay. That makes it tempting to want to put on the gem ring. 'Cause she just leaves with that every time. That's just so good. Let's just try it, I guess. Hey. Gonna lose attack as well, but yeah, just doesn't make him look great. I mean, it's tanky. That's attack's weaker. But hey, sacrificing 2 attack might be better if this works out. What? This is only part 1. Still a whole nother area. This place is huge. Yeah, that is good because we can kill one of the frogs before. So it lowers our chance of being sealed. That's just immediately way better. I like it better anyway. Power of Dreams. Generate 1 gem at the start of the battle. Oh. Okay. Well, now I can put my Darkstay ring back on. And keep his attack higher. Thanks, laddie. Appreciate you. Have so much money and nothing to buy with it.
Though you are now deep into the wetlands, the flower is nowhere to be found. You wonder if the butterfly is even headed toward it at all. Don't hold back.
It won't. But if I have that ring on, I can generate 5 gems at the start. Which then gives her 2. Which lets her do that, but I don't care so much. If she had an AoE, I would care more. Or something. Or if if he outsped the other two to get his AoE off, I'd probably care a little more. That's good. I mean, a chunky gold nugget would have been better. But I have 30k that I'm not using, so at the same time, is it really better? Okay. The butterfly's the boss.
Has pursued the butterfly all the way to a clearing. The butterfly that led you here is resting its wings, perched atop a flower, blooming in the center of the glade. There's the flower, Blight's voice rings out, and with a few radiant particles scattered in its wake, the butterfly disappears. Or was it never there at all?
Examine the flower you found deep in the wicked wetlands. Well.
The flower blooming deep within the wetlands is a brilliant blue, a splash of color amidst the drab surroundings. With a gentle movement, Queenie reaches out a hand to pick it.
Bad idea. Her sword has an eyeball on it. I knew that was a bad idea.
The ground beneath the blossom swells upward, and a huge monster shows itself. Battle is upon you.
Is this why all of the maidens have failed before? Because they get killed by this giant crab beast? Why does her sword have eyeballs on it like the enemies in Laddie's Heartscar? That's kind of odd. Then it's deeper and more weird about this thing. 4 of these things. You gotta be kidding me, game.
Fight him off.
Decrease bolt damage. Okay, that's not great, but I'm not really using it. I need to heal you up. Okay, so can do 60 damage to a crab. Maybe if I get lucky, it just dies. No, they have too much defense. Weak to fire. So what does double fire damage means? So it just means it's gonna do my regular, however much damage I was gonna do, times 2. I thought that meant it was double my attack and then hit them. So I was always wrong. One of them was gonna eventually land. Plus 15 dark damage to all enemies. 44. They're weak to fire, so no extra damage. At worst, they can weaken. Might get 20 damage off, unless they're weak to it. Damn. That looks cool though. Nice. That was a big hit. Wait, what? Oh, it did like an extra 3.
The dream work.
Okay. Figured it might resist wind, I just had to know. Could have just generated a gem so she can do a bigger heal. This is gonna kill somebody. Never mind. Could have. She's dead. Great. It's not what I needed. I was really hoping for that crit. Restore your own HP. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I made misplays so I couldn't heal. So we lost. What's her name? When we didn't need to. Speed's good. Weenie.
The sound of Blight's lightning attack rips through the rainy bog, striking the monster dead on. Its carapace pierced. The monster sinks back into the swampy muck. Stillness returns to the wetlands, and the patter of rain is audible once more. The Onyx Maiden takes the blue flower gently in hand. She explains that this flower is actually a medicinal herb called clockweed.
Medicinal herbs seem like they tend to mean poison in this game.
Apparently, it is used to heal wounds, and is even said to turn back time for the human body, though the truth of that claim is uncertain.
Interesting.
Sensing another monster fixing its gaze upon your party, you lead everyone back to the village. All the while, you find your attention drawn to the maiden's murmuring, drowned out though it is by the sound of the rain. This flower, buy more time.
So all the maidens just are not good at being maidens. So they use this herb to sacrifice themselves to keep the town going a little bit longer, even though it degrades over time, is my sense of it. Also, it didn't let us go to that next area, so we'll have to go back. Relic is reacting to Queenie's warm heart. She's got a ninja sword. See, look at that. It's got the eyeballs. Full of the Onyx Maiden's love. I'll save, but I want to see if it'll let me to that area that I didn't go to with the other stuff. Probably come back to this place, but I just want to see what's over there if I can.
In the distance, you hear the lowing of a monster. It would be dangerous indeed to blunder any farther.
Okay. Game won't let us go. Rude.
As you enter the village, a number of the locals rush your group, shouting, "Welcome back, dear maiden." The villagers express their gratitude for her monster hunting, as well as their delight at the maiden's safe return. Queenie responds to each of them in turn.
See, why couldn't they be like that for Laddie?
The Onyx Maiden, bringer of hope to the village, appears to be quite beloved by its people. Once the villagers are out of earshot, you once again ask the Onyx Maiden to borrow her maiden's relic.
There was never a story saying we asked the first time. We just said we'd go with them to help fight the monsters.
She is at a loss for a few moments, but then informs you that she has something she'd like to show you. She guides you to the Maiden's Shrine.
Okay, I'll do that in a second. I need to heal first.
I shall allow you to borrow my relic, the Onyx Maiden says, rendering you speechless. She continues on, revealing that she is actually trying to abandon her maidenly duty.
I guessed that. I guessed that earlier, that she didn't want to be a maiden anymore.
But as far as you can tell, she seems to be giving her all for the sake of the village. Why then does she want to quit?
Try asking her reasons. Are you afraid of the ritual, or let's go with, is there something more important? Like, yeah, my freedom.
If she fulfills her mission, the island will be protected. Is there something even more important than that? As if to answer your question, Queenie slowly closes her eyes. And then, when the light subsides and your eyes regain focus, you see Queenie, and there is a bulge in her abdomen.
She's pregnant.
The Onyx Maiden is pregnant.
Yeah. I can see why she wouldn't want to have to sacrifice herself.
She explains that she's been using medicine made from the clockweed to keep her pregnancy hidden all this time.
How long is all this time?
She has dedicated her life entirely to the protection of this island and performing the Maiden's ritual. But giving birth means her child too will be burdened with the same destiny of sacrifice.
This is literally like Laddie's story playing out again.
She wants to protect her child. That is her only wish. And she conveys it to you with all the agony of confessing a heinous crime. You can appreciate now why the Onyx Maiden wishes to abandon her duty. But will the villagers accept her decision?
Maybe, if they're not jerks like Omega Isle folks.
Queenie's anguish is plain to see as she runs a gentle hand over her stomach. Blight seems equally distraught as he holds out an arm to support her.
That explains why she keeps tripping over everything, though. She actually is carrying, and so that throws off her balance.
It is not hard to imagine who the father of this soon-to-be-born child is. The anguished cries of the maiden, the last hope of a village facing oblivion, echo out in pain.
Oh, Queenie's removed from the party.
The Onyx Maiden is laid upon a bed in the Maiden's shrine. Word of her condition spreads, and the villagers are unable to hide their agitation.
Okay, so the story's progressed a bit. She didn't get to use the flower to hold off her labor. Our Onyx ally held a secret upon which balanced both life and fate. Laddie gained memories of friendship. Yo, Yosuke, thanks for that resub, man. 64 months. What's cracking, dude? Speak with the rest of the crew at the Maiden Shrine. Okay. How you doing, man? There's no altar. It was chill, you know. Low key this year because of the foot. So, it didn't really do a whole lot. Hopefully you had a good day.
All this time you have spent crossing the islands, Laddie has desperately sought to become a maiden. But now, having heard that Queenie wishes to abandon her own duty, she seems conflicted.
Unsurprising. Nah, my foot's too busted. I can't cook. I can't stand up long enough to do so.
The attendant divulges a little of the Onyx Maiden's feelings toward the impending birth. Over the long years of their relationship, stretching back to their childhood, Queenie has suffered misfortune aplenty. Through all that, never has she wished for anything except a safe birth for her child, whatever it takes.
How old is she and how long has she been pregnant?
It seems that all the while Queenie used the clockweed to keep her condition secret, the child in her belly kept growing.
That makes sense. Hopefully the surgery will work where the pain goes away. It will, it's just surgery. It's just gonna take forever to heal. Like, this time next year I should not have any more issues. I should be fully healed by like September for both feet. Uh-oh.
Suddenly, the door bursts open, and the village mayor enters the shrine, gasping for breath.
Oh no. Mayor's gonna find out the secret.
The monsters of the wetlands are amassing for an attack on the village.
Why? Why are they coordinated? That doesn't make sense.
Fighting them off with Queenie confined to bed will be next to impossible.
Why would it be? We're strong.
Your group decides to head into the wetlands and launch a preemptive strike on the Fiend's Nest where they're gathering.
Okay. Shoot. Who's in our party? Okay, so we don't get Lack back. That's annoying. Like, if we have an extra slot, we should get Lack back. I don't understand why it takes away the Maiden. This is the second time now, because we only had Krim before. Oh no, it's the third time, because we only had Lavia before and we didn't have Gladio. Like, if there's an extra spot, let us use Lack so we have a full party. Not dumb. How's the game going? It's interesting. We finished a side quest, and so we got another armor piece. So, we got armor for him. So he's got a lot of defense, but he's really slow. We gave Laddie the other, legendary armor or whatever that we got. So really at this point, all we need is a legendary weapon. Laddie can't use weapons, so we just need one more. We're in the East Isle now. And this place is pretty much becoming what Omega Isle will become. So we had Queenie and Queenie and Blight. Queenie is the current Maiden, and the town's fallen to ruin, and people like her. So it's different from Omega Village. Like, everybody knows their town's fallen to ruin, but they love the Maiden, as opposed to Omega Village or Omega Isle, where everybody hates Laddie and won't let her become a Maiden because they said she's not good enough. And so they're resigned to their fate but hate her. They're resigned to their fate here. Kinda. There's a little hope, but they don't hate Queenie. But Queenie said that it's been generations of maidens who have failed the maiden ritual, which is sacrificing themselves like Fila did. And even with generations of failed maidens, they still love their maiden. Queenie, everyone thought, was going to the wetlands to try to find a way to save the village, when really she's been going to get a flower to hide the fact that she's pregnant. And she's wanting to stop being a maiden because she doesn't want her kid to also have to grow up and be a maiden. And I feel like there are a lot of parallels with what she's doing, which is what Laddie's mom did. And for whatever unknown story gap we still have right now, that caused a rift that made everyone hate Laddie. So, but it would make sense why Laddie's mom's photo looks angry. Currently, these are just Jag theories. I don't know if it's true. Like, see, this is Laddie's mom. I didn't really read this part. I'll read it later. But like, look at her face. She looks sad, frustrated, and kind of angry. And it's like, maybe it's because she wanted to get out of the duty because she didn't want Laddie to have to go through the things she did. It's like all of this just has a lot of parallels to Laddie's story, so it's interesting. But Queenie's pregnant. Mayor's probably about to find out. But they know she's stuck in bed in pain. So I don't know if that means they know she's pregnant or they just know that she's not feeling well. Let me see if we can find that out real quick.
I stand by the maiden forever and always. You reckon this woman would be by the maiden's side, no matter what becomes of her or the island.
Story's getting crazier and crazier. The story's good whenever you're getting the sum up, but playing through the story is frustrating because there's so many gaps, and they just like. The good thing about Beasts of Burden is that each story was like complete in that chapter. I mean, there was the overarching story of like everybody trying to get to the end and the revenge story and all that. But these other pockets of stories with the characters in each town wrapped up whenever you like finished them, and they were pretty clean and clear, and there wasn't this weird ebb and flow. Like Lanka and Krim's story, we started it, like we got halfway through, saw some weird thing happening, and then they're like, okay, go do Laddie's Heart Scar, which made no sense. Then you go and do the Heart Scar, but you're like, I don't really care too much about the Heart Scar really, because I want to know what's going on. What the heck? Why does Lanka have a twin? Then you go back and you do Lanka's story and find out that it's just like a cloning factory for the maiden and the attendant. And then it just has a story gap because we still have their maiden relic. but they're not coming after us to get it back. But they've already cloned Lanka and Krim again after killing the ones that we used, who we helped and became friends with. So it's just like, it's weird. Like, overall, the story is interesting, but I hate how they're telling it. The way they're telling it, it keeps losing me.
She stares into the middle distance, murmuring to herself. When was the last time a child was born on this island?
She seems like she's a fortune teller or something.
She goes on to explain that it's become too difficult to raise children here, especially with the threat of monster attacks.
Yeah, it's very sluggish, and it's just weird. They're doing a good job.
I can't believe the Maiden would abandon her duties, the man says, clearly worried for the future of the village.
Okay, so they do know she's pregnant. And see, like that little detail, they don't tell you that. It just says her anguish screams cry out, and she's in bed rest, and people can't help but become agitated. It's like, okay, is she agitated because she's stuck in bed and they don't know why, but know that she's not feeling well, or did they find out that she's pregnant? The game doesn't actually tell you. And if I didn't click on this to know, I would have still had questions on that.
The mayor looks out over the wetlands, unsure of whether to celebrate the new life that has entered the world, or mourn the loss of the Maiden.
Wait, she actually had the kid? See, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, we knew she didn't use the flower, but I didn't know that her scream like that meant she actually went into labor and had the child. Can y'all just spell that out so we know? That's so dumb. And if she had the child, then why is she in the shrine by herself? And he's with us. Blight should be staying with her. That's his kid. Go stay with her and protect her and make sure no monsters get there. We take Lack and go fight the monsters ourselves. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the way they tell the story. It's just so frustrating for me. Alright, let's go to these wetlands.
The rain falls in sheets. You spy the telltale signs of monsters between the drops, and in far greater numbers than before.
Like, I really want to like the game, but there's just so many
Blight's
things.
eyes shine, and you can tell he wishes for nothing more than to protect his maiden. He advances, unbothered by the presence of the monsters.
Well, wouldn't he want to protect his new child too? Why didn't they mention that?
You forge onward through the wetlands to where they gather, at a place called the Fiend's Nest.
I really hope Isle of Dragon Roar does not tell its story like this. Because if it does, I'm going to struggle to get through it. I might just let it go. And just wait for the next game to come out and hope it's as good. Like, if the next game is not as good as Beasts of Burden, then I'm going to be sad because it's going to feel like a ToeJam and Earl situation where the first ToeJam and Earl was the fluke and the best game of all of the ToeJam and Earl games, and every other game just got progressively worse and worse and worse after that. And I'll feel like Beasts of Burden was the fluke of all of these games, and I'll be sad and bummed if they're all like this. Like, if every game is like this, I would not play them because I'll just get too frustrated with the storytelling. There's so much to like about these games, but I'm really big on story. And I just don't like how they tell it. And other people will probably love it and think I'm crazy. But I just don't like I don't like how they tell the story. Beasts of Burden, they did, I think, nearly perfect. So I hope they can keep that flow going for the future games. Yes, I would like to save, please. Okay, so now I gotta think about my setup, because now that we don't have Queenie, we lose our ability to poison, which is kind of a waste having that skill with her in our party because we weren't fighting a boss. Poisoning didn't even matter. We lose our group attack buff. And we lose a straight 15 damage dark skill for 1 gem. So now we also lose his skill. Shoot. Oh, it didn't even let me set up again.
You come upon a thronging nest of monsters in the innermost recesses of the wetlands. Every monster in the place has its eyes fixed firmly upon the intruders. That is, you.
There's an altar back there. Why is
They
the
roar in unison and begin to march forth. Their destination is clear. Fenmos.
why? There's something we don't know about the monsters and how they work in this world yet, so that'll be curious to figure out. But why is the altar? There was no altar in the Maiden Shrine, but there's an altar here.
The village is in grave danger. You mustn't let a single one of these beasts escape. You grip your weapon tight, ready to do battle.
They had soldiers in town. I could let one monster through, surely. 5 moves remaining. Number displayed in the upper left corner decreases with each step you take. When it reaches 0, the enemy moves a set distance. Okay. This is a cool, interesting mechanic. I like this. When the enemy is done taking action, you'll be able to act again. If any monster reaches the exit of the nest, the game is over. Okay. Beat all the monsters.
Boy, don't let a single one escape.
Before they can leave the nest. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Can I just like wait here and just let them come to me? Can't jump, so I'll have to move. I need to make sure my setup is fine though, because he loses. He can't even do this. I don't even get this. I wish I could take this off. I really hate you can't unequip skills unless you equip them with something else. That was like one of the very few flaws of Beasts of Burden. Okay, so we do have his AoE, we have his bolt damage, we have this. But we don't have the heavy hitting AoE. The gem generation would be tough for that anyway. We... shoot. We have the group attack boost with Mirage Burst that costs 5. How many gems do we start with? No. Equipment. I need to put the... I have to put the gem ring back on. So we start with 5 gems. We start with 5 gems, then we can start the fight with her 25 AoE, which would take all the gems. He would get 1 gem, and so he could Shadow Bolt, and then he would Air Thrust. And that should theoretically keep enemies low. They just have low speed, so we're going to take hits. Healing is going to suck. We might have to rely on items. Okay. Oh, you have to move? I'm just gonna sit in place right here first. See how they move.
A monster lurking in the depths of the nest rears back. Its massive bulk puffing up as it inhales deeply. It looks like it's getting ready to do something. And whatever it is, will be headed your way.
Okay.
You and your comrades stand firm in the face of the monster, readying your weapons. Don't hold back.
52. Holy crap. Definitely glad we can force impact first. Oh, that's so helpful. Laddie. 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 Oh my gosh, she's so good. He does crit a lot though. I will give it to Blight. The man definitely holds it down. Oh, he breathes fire.
Beast bellows a blast of burning flame in your direction.
The giant monster will attack every 10 steps you take. Wall of wetland stands between you and the huge fiend. Defeat the monsters trying to leave the nest first.
Danger everywhere you look. You gonna be able to handle this?
Shut up.
Fight him off.
Her ring doesn't activate the first turn of the fight. This is really bad. Thank you, Laddie. My goodness. So good. They're going to resist. So that's what, -5? I could get lucky and kill all of them, or I can get unlucky and kill none of them. They're all gonna outspeed. Shoot. I guess I just have to go for it. Okay, we got lucky and killed all of them, even with the resist. There was a chance we could have only done like 10 and all of them had 1 left over. Okay, well that was fine. We're gonna eat a lot of damage trying to get up to that guy. I'll probably have to use a quality Omnisalve when I get in the fight. This is gonna be annoying though. Or I can double heal at the start of the fight. Either way. Oh, we know her heal did go off. Never mind. This won't kill. Did they resist wind? But I don't want to get sealed and then I can't do anything. Crit, please. Dang it. Close. I used the wrong move. Because there wasn't a gem there, my brain was like, oh yeah, this is just a regular attack. Whoops. I was not paying attention there. Okay, he's moved 5 spots. More monsters? What the heck?
Perhaps deciding that the ones slaying its kin are a threat. The massive beast that seems to be the master of the nest charges your way.
I still have to kill the other ones.
At the same moment, more monsters appear from the shadows of the wetlands.
Getting tricky.
And begin moving towards the village.
He's still about to hit us with fire as well.
No matter how many enemies there are, you must stop their advance to the village. You and your comrades take deep breaths and prepare yourselves to face the monsters once more.
Okay. Gargantuan monster has started its own advance. You ought to be spared its fiery ranged attacks for now. Okay, cool. Crit would have been nice there. That is okay. Crit here would be fantastic though. They got 15 defense though, that's quite a bit. Oh, that sucks. Right. What? Thank you, laddie. No. Yeah, it's not it. Yeah, I would have needed a crit. This is not good. Okay. Dodge a clock apparently for the enemies now. Level ups for folks. Good job. And she got an attack. It's nice. I would have preferred a defense, but an attack is good. Defense is very important in this game since you can't defend. Please don't give me a third wave of monsters because it's going to be tough to get over there. I guess I could have waited for him to come to me, but... Crit? No. Dang. Crit? Please? Thank you.
Magnificent.
Much appreciated, man. could have killed that one. Oh well. Okay, that's fine. I'm good with Abide. Laddie, you're so good. Oh. Need a game with her and Trollis, and then, you know, they would just take over everything. Unbeatable. Okay. Go.
The Nest Master's monstrous bulk trembles as it menaces your party. Steel yourselves, says Blight. As if in defiance of his determination, the massive fiend lets loose a terrible roar.
Here we go. Boss time. $250. 30 attack. Oh my gosh.
It's time to win.
Decreased dark damage. It would have been nice to have a crit on him for that. But I need to buff us. Give us 10. Ooh, that's even better. Okay. Oh, it was 10. It was an upside down 6. Alright, cool. Thank you.
Magnificent.
Oh my gosh, thank you, laddie. I want to hit with the fire, and that costs 3. I could go with the lightning and still have some. Nice. Ow. Holy crap. Gain 3 gems? Thank you. I absolutely need that because I gotta use a Supreme Salve here. Do the same thing I just did. It heals every turn for 5. Excuse me. You didn't do as much damage, either of you. Oh gosh. Oh. Gross. Guess he could have hit with shadow damage. Try to keep him chopped down a little bit. Another 10 is great, thank you. Wish you could crit with the team spells. Leave her alone. How about that? Decrease fire damage dealt. No. Man, that's just rude, dude. I'll use another Supreme Salve. I got a few of them. I'm gonna go with the lightning. It's our strongest bet right now. Should have just, for that I should have just taken like a gem. Still alright damage though. Thank you. Oh no, with the fire decrease, man. Don't do that. It's the worst happenstance card you can be giving me. Just like kills his attack. That was turn 1. We get one more turn after this. I'm just gonna take the gem anyway. Okay. I am totally fine with that. Increase dark damage dealt. That's whatever. Use an Omni Salve here. Nope. That. Yeah. Keep everyone kind of topped off. Mostly for him, but I didn't want to use a Supreme Salve. Kind of only doing this to keep him from gaining too much health back. Oh, he's weak to dark? Of course he's weak to dark. Of course he's weak to dark. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? 5, that's not as good. But that should be enough to kill next turn. Weak to dark. You jerk. That's not good. Okay. Man, you gain a lot of health back. Add 5. Heck yeah. Okay. Thanks, game. You did owe me one. You know what? I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna just try to focus on killing this guy. I feel like I still did more damage with the lightning, but if we crit here, we win anyway. Didn't crit though. But she'll live that. She'll live that. Yeah. She will survive that. Okay. As long as no other monsters come out, this is GG. She almost killed it herself. Okay, so I played that very sloppily. Excuse me, I could have done that a whole lot better and probably saved an item.
Congrats.
But that was a good fight. I liked that one. It was tricky. It was good. Okay. Tempest. Oh, now he gets a... he gets something like that. Interesting. All of his good skills cost 3 gems and up. It's tough. I don't know that I can bring myself to use it.
After a fierce battle, the great fiend finally collapses to the wet earth in a spill of green ichor.
Ichor.
At the death of their leader, the other monsters lurking about all withdraw at once. Marvelous. You have managed to save Fenmos from the danger it faced.
Hooray. You can now do all the things again. Return to Fenmos. Oh. We've got the Death Crawler's enemy story. Sweet. Save. We got a lot of money.
The village's crisis is averted. You and your friends make your way back to Fenmos to check in on Queenie.
Oh wait, hold on. I should have went to that altar first.
No sooner do you pass the threshold back into town than do the villagers surround you as though welcoming home great heroes. You inform the mayor that you've wiped out all the monsters, and though he seems momentarily delighted at the news, he also seems terribly flustered. This isn't the time for that now.
Uh-oh. Villagers seem a little flustered, don't they? Yeah, what's wrong with Queenie?
You start to worry about Queenie.
You damn men are useless.
A village woman comes running and barks angrily at the assemblage. She explains that Queenie is going into labor, which might explain the men's panic at what they ought to be doing.
Okay, so now she's in labor. Man, the game made that so confusing. Whatever.
The woman points at Laddie. You there, come along and help. Without waiting for a reply to her demand, the woman drags Laddie off. Difficult though it may be right now, all you can do is pray for Queenie and the child's safe delivery.
Laddie and Blight leave the party. Check on the villagers while you wait for the baby to be born. Can I go back to the altar? If we get in a fight on our own, we're kind of screwed. So let's save in case it does let us leave. Probably won't let us leave because the baby being born is very important.
This is no time for idle ventures into the swampy dark.
How'd you know where I was going, game? Alright, let's talk to people.
He looks as though not doing anything makes him uneasy, and busies himself giving bits of food to the bird perched atop his rucksack.
Why is he still called a suspicious man?
Guess all we can do is wait, says the man regretfully.
Yeah.
Queenie's voice echoes out of the Maiden shrine. You hope she can endure the pain.
Yeah. That is no easy task.
The mayor gazes out at the swampy surroundings, murmuring to himself. To think that the entire village would come together for the sake of a new life.
That's because you have decent humans living in your town, as opposed to frickin' Omega Village.
Blight is restless, his mind clearly abuzz with worry for Queenie.
Wah, wah,
A baby's
hey.
cry cuts through the silence. breaking the village from its tense reverie. Time, which felt as though it had frozen, begins to tick away once again.
Good.
Faster than you can let loose a sigh of relief, Blight takes off in the direction of the Maiden Shrine. The baby's here. You rush after the amative attendant to the Maiden Shrine.
Amative. I've never heard of that word before. Enter the shrine. Yes, please.
The newborn's cries echo through the Maiden Shrine. The villagers present for the birth have weary but happy expressions on their faces, and they wipe the sweat from their brows.
How you doing, laddie?
Laddie sits in a heap on the floor, as though unable to stand, seeming dazed from helping with the birth.
Yeah.
Though she looks tired, she flashes you a proud smile, as if to say, "Can you believe it?"
All right, grandma lady.
Truly a blessing. Truly. An elderly woman's eyes are filled with tears, as though the newborn were her own child.
Awesome. Young lady.
The midwife breathes out her tension. Stars above, what a relief.
Then the lady of the hour.
Blight asks timidly, Is the baby? A young woman hands him a cloth-wrapped bundle.
Cute.
Perhaps because he has finally felt the weight of his own child in his arms. Blight's expression cracks, and he begins to weep, overcome by emotion.
It's a cool card art, actually. This baby's gonna be awesome.
Such a relief, he says. He repeats himself several times as he walks over to Queenie and shows her the child's face. As though having just fought a fierce battle, Queenie's face is lined with exhaustion and covered in sweat.
Probably was.
Though her expression is somewhat pained, she looks at her child with a smile of deepest affection. The Onyx Maiden and her attendant have named the child Melanie, a word from the language of spirits, meaning eternal happiness.
Let's leave the island as a family and show this little one the whole wide world.
With a tear-stained face, Queenie gently inclines her head to her exuberant attendant. But then the strength seems to seep out of her.
Live a happy life for me.
With those final words to her two most beloved,
Are you serious?
the Onyx Maiden's eyes close for the last time.
Do we literally have to have everybody freaking die all the time? Could we not have just had this one story line up okay? Why does there always have to be a tragedy in these games, man? This is so dumb. This is actually dumb. The baby is just born. Let the kid have its mom. Let them go out into the world. She spent this whole entire time trying to protect the village. Then have her baby have a safe birth, which was fulfilled. Technically, yes. But then wanted to stop being a maiden so she can have her family. Let her have her family. Why?
With its only maiden lost, this island is surely destined for ruin.
I can't wait to learn why the islands are destined for ruin with no maiden. If you got people strong enough to fight off the monsters, what's the ruin?
As you prepare to sail away, you notice that the island is submerged just a bit more than it had been when you arrived.
What is the phenomenon here?
Almost as though the ocean is trying to swallow it up, now that it's bereft of its maiden. When you part ways, Blight hands the now useless maiden's relic over to you.
Feel bad to take it.
You are hesitant to accept, thinking he might want to keep it as a memento of his beloved. Only when he insists, saying, "Don't lose your home. Don't lose your island," are you persuaded.
No, I'm not, because I hate the village. I would rather Omega Isle sink than this place. These people are actually decent, and he's actually cool.
The Onyx attendant then heads homeward, vowing to make Melanie's life a happy one.
Homeward where? Their island sinking.
Monsters run rampant across the sinking lands. The people of Fenmoss remain beset by numerous hardships.
I didn't even get to go back to go to the altar.
From aboard your ship, you watch the East Isle shrink into the distance. Eternal happiness. You pray that is what their future holds.
Yeah, eternal as in dead. Man. I hate this game. The stoic Onyx attendant cares deeply for his charge, the misfortunate but loving Onyx maiden. The two conceal a secret with the power of a mysterious blossom, but worry over their unborn child and the heavy burden of the maiden's duty. The heroes protect the village as the maiden brings new life into the world. After bestowing her child with a name, the maiden breathes her last. Leaving the sinking island behind, the party prays for the happiness of the attendant and his child. But their hearts are shaken by the impossible balancing act between love and duty. The weight of happiness pressing down upon her, she protected her babe to the last. Laddie gained memories of friendship. Laddie and Lack have joined your party. Oh, we got a new attack. Link skill, Starlight Veil. Deal attack plus 20 light damage to all enemies. Add 5 to the party's defense for 3 turns. That's kind of cool, but I like the attack buff better, so I'm going to keep what I got. I'm not going to use that right now.
You have finally gathered the 4 relics, one from each of the maidens you have met on your journey. Laddie's maiden preparations are complete, and Lack celebrates by twirling in the air. The time has come to see your mission fulfilled. You make your way to the Spirit Spire in hopes of saving your home.
Got Queenie's flip side story, Blight's flip side story. Does it look different now since it's starting to sink? Are they actually going to run away? Like, what's going to happen here? Did she actually stop being a maiden just before having her kid? Like, what's up, man?
Blight hugs his child close. You can hear him murmuring, "I swear I'll make Melanie happy." You wonder what he will tell the child about her mother, the Onyx Maiden, and the island where she was born. "I must lead the people," the mayor says as he stares out over the swamp. As he explains it, there is a continent far across the sea. He has a plan to move the villagers there.
Well, that's good at least. Yeah, we have the Mayor of Finmoss's flip side story.
The man is gathering up all his belongings, hoping to be prepared even once the sea takes the island.
We still don't have his flip side story. She goes on to explain that it's to become too difficult to raise children here, especially with the threat of monster attacks. Okay, same thing as before.
Our dear maiden. The woman wipes away tears and turns to face you. You can see her eyes glowing with determination to live along with her fellow... You can see her eyes glowing with determination to live along with her fellow villagers.
Why does that happen? So often, he does that. There was one word left in the card. Does the inn lady say something different so we get her flip side? No.
Guess it's time to say goodbye to this village. As he says this, the man looks around, seemingly reminiscing over his life here.
Yeah, so why can't everyone in Omega Village do this same thing? They're all like, okay, well, this is what it is. We can move somewhere else and not die. So let's do that. Everybody else in the village is just like ready to destroy Laddie because they're gonna lose their homeless. I don't want Laddie to sacrifice herself for Omega Village. Let's go to that altar and see if there is anything there. This story makes me so mad.
Laddie offers the maiden's relic she was given up to the altar.
Oh.
The feelings left behind in this place by the maiden and the spirit have imbued the relic with greater power.
What? Power up. More eyeballs, though. Onyx Spirit's relic. Okay, so does that mean I need to... Hold on. Can I do that with the other relics before we... Hold on. Okay, now I need to go back to the other altars. I'm glad I went back. Because I could have easily just skipped that and never known. Okay. Let's go check in on Hyde. Yeah, let's go to another aisle. Can we do this in the northern aisle? Probably not. They probably won't let us in. Oh, we have to go to the underground passage, which means we would need to go all the way through. I mean, we can skip through to everything, I think. So it should be fine. Let's see. Are there no guards here?
Laddie offers the maiden's relic she was given up to the altar.
Okay, that does work for all of them. Wow. Look at that.
The feelings left behind in this place by the maiden and the spirit have imbued the relic with greater power.
8 speed. We can't equip them yet, but I'm sure at some point we'll be able to. Why else would they give them to us? And when we can, it's gonna be good. Hey, you didn't make it as a maiden. You alright?
Please vote for me at the next maiden election, she says, clasping your hand tightly.
Alright, ready? Okay. Oh, last time she gave me an item. That's why there's new dialogue.
I wonder why I'll forget, she ponders aloud.
Yeah, this farm is kind of sad. We still can't go in that other locked door either. Okay, so now we will head out to the Western Isle. Oh wait, we couldn't. That's right. We tried to go, and it was like, this place is just dusty. Where's the altar? There's got to be an altar here somewhere. Hey, where's your altar? You seem to be speaking about problems on the Dominion. Same things as before. Is there like a hidden area to the altar that I just passed over and didn't see? Can I go back there now? Why am I not allowed in there yet? I don't understand. They're saying the same things as before the tournament we first did. Okay, so I guess we can't level up hers. I can't even open that. Is it in key items then? Or is it just an equipment? Sacred staff. No, that can unlock again. We just haven't found the thing to do so. 13, 2 and 3, 11, 4 and 8. This one's way better than the Onyx one if you're going for speed. Okay, well, let's go to the southern island and see what that one changes into. There's a lot of -1 on there. Can't go in there. This area is just so weird. Shut up, Jag. It's odd. Alright. Go to the southern isle. Seabed Temple. I guess the spell that was cast on us was permanent. So we can forever breathe underwater. Hide, you loser. You still in here moping around? Or what? Yep.
The attendant mutters, but to who you cannot say. Pitiful. Just pitiful. His miserable murmuring gradually melts into tense silence.
Yeah, he's talking about himself.
Laddie offers the maiden's relic she was given up to the altar.
Watch it becomes godlike.
The feelings left behind in this place by the maiden and the spirit have imbued the relic with greater power.
That attack. Plus 21 attack? Holy crap. That's pretty godlike in terms of attack power. Terrible speed, trash defense. That is the extreme glass cannon build right there. Well, that must mean the fire relic's just gonna become like really, really, really good because we can't find the frickin' altar for it. Right now, anyway. So when we can. I mean, I guess we'll have to give the relic back to Lavia at some point. She's the only maiden who we've met of the four who's not dead yet. So she's got to be dying at some point soon, right? And once she's dead, then we can probably unlock it. That's sad. I think I'm gonna stop here. This is like a good spot to stop. Wait, this is only chapter 4? How long is this game? Clearly there's more to come. We'll learn more story about Laddie and her family. So this makes sense to be a good stopping point for now. I will be back tomorrow. We will do more of the streaming thing. We'll pick up from here, go to the altar, see what's going on, but we got a lot done. We got just about all the side quests we can do cleared. Got some armor upgrades, skill upgrades, cleared a whole chapter of story, so that was cool. I say I hate the game. I don't hate the game. I don't like the way they tell the story, but it's still a good game. I just really don't like how they tell the story. The game is good. If I had to rank it out of 10, right now I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. Which, you know, again, 6 out of 10 is like, okay, it's good. There's just a lot of flaws with it for me. And that's because I give Beasts of Burden like a 9.5 out of 10. And this is far below Beasts of Burden to me. I can maybe give this game a 7 actually. I think a 7 is accurate. I think a 7 out of 10 is fine. I could go with that. But it could quickly be, it ebbs and flows. When it's on its high note, it's a 7 out of 10. When it's on its low note, it's like a 6 out of 10. So, yeah, it's in that space. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. That's it for me. We will be back soon. And yeah, we'll pick up from here and see where the story takes us. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. Have a good one, Yosuke. Have a good one, everyone else. if you are someone who is going to be braving the wilds of Black Friday shopping in person, please be careful. If you are someone who is going to shop online, then I hope you find all the deals you want, the prices you want. And if you're not, then I just hope you have a good start to your weekend. So, have a great one. We will be back soon, and we'll pick this up again. See ya.